I'm going to be giving you guys a speech about texting and driving. Texting and driving is a very dangerous act that anybody is capable of, but everyone should know the seriousness of the risks it provides. A few years back, I had a bad experience while driving. I was on the road and I had received a message, and it didn't come across my mind that I shouldn't check my phone, because I had been so used to just looking at my phone and putting it back down. Mobile phones can often be a major distraction to drivers, with research pointing to the substantial safety risks of using a mobile phone while driving. This is quoted by author Heidi and a few others, and they have done some extensive research into younger audiences using their phones while driving. I was driving in between towns, and as I was coming up to a slight turn in the road, I had received a message on my phone, to which I immediately picked it up to respond without thinking of the necessary precautions, which caused me to veer over into the other lane. At the time, I again was not thinking of the necessary precautions that I should have been taking. I should have just either had my phone turned off or ignored the message, and I should have just kept driving. Given that texting requires drivers to redirect their vision away from the road and towards the mobile phone screen or keypad, and to remove their hands from the steering wheel to write or read a message. This is quoted by Hosking and Young. Texting while driving is especially dangerous. This one is quoted by Heidi. As you can see here, right here is a picture of the outcome of what caused me to veer over. This is a very serious picture that really, I go back and look at this picture just to remind myself of what happened. Through the act of me taking my eyes off the road to look at my phone, I swerved over and crashed into oncoming traffic. This is a very serious matter, and I think that all audiences, everyone of every age, should know that you shouldn't have to take your eyes off the road just to respond to a message. And a similar study, Hosking et al. Found that young novice drivers spend up to 400% more time looking away from the road when texting than when not. This is quoted by Heidi et al. Texting while driving is not okay. Another point is you should know the seriousness of it. Texting while driving is just something that isn't just something that our country suffers from. It has been widely recognized that texting while driving is a global safety issue in traffic injury and fatalities. This is quoted by author Hayashi. Being that we aren't the only country that suffers from this, it should really bring light to the situation that we aren't the only ones that have gained significant loss due to this. There are other people out there who were just having a normal night, driving, doing normal things that they usually do, and they didn't know that it was going to be their last time. Some small, simple action caused them to, it caused very, very bad situations. In the United States, for example, the National Safety Council estimated that 5 to 14% of motor vehicle crashes, or 281,000 to 786,000 crashes per year are attributed to texting while driving, which is quoted by Hayashi. They have done very extensive research into this, and they have even set up simulators to determine whether or not this is very serious or not. Action is being taken to prevent texting while driving. To date, legislation to prohibit drivers from texting while driving has been adopted by 44 states in the U.S. and the District of Columbia, and it is a primary offense in all but 5 of those states, which is also quoted by Hayashi. As you can see here is a graph of the frequency of by generations of texting and driving. It says here that most drivers are between 25 to 34, and the least crashes are caused between 55 and 64. The average is anywhere between 16 to 24, which is about 14 to 16%. 17% comes from the 25 to 34-year-olds. A big percentage of wrecks are caused by the driver texting while driving. There are methods that are being implemented to prevent these. Some embodiments may include, for example, a phone that prevents, blocks, and or detects concurrent texting and driving, or texting while the phone user is seated in a vehicular driver's seat and not in a vehicular passenger seat, or while the phone user is seated in a vehicular driver's seat while the vehicle is moving. There is currently a phone being patented for the prevention of texting while driving. Quoted by Ms. Rahi, upon such determination, the phone may block one or more features of applications such as texting, messaging, composing messages, emailing, browsing the internet, typing, or other features or applications. The phone may be able to automatically and or autonomously determine whether or not the phone user is within a vehicle, and or whether or not the phone user is seated in a driver's seat of a vehicle, and or in which the seat of a vehicle the phone user is seated, and or in which the seat of a vehicle the phone user is surely not seated, in which row of the vehicle. It doesn't matter if it's front, back, second row, whatever. The phone user is seated in a certain row, and the phone user is surely not seated. Quoted by Ms. Rahi. The phone detects and prevents the user from accessing the phone while in the car. This could cause it to shut down. This could cause it to not work, whatever it needs to. Here is another chart from 2012 to 2013 talking about the deaths of driving while distracted. In 2012, there was 3,328. In 2013, there was 3,154. There's not a very big difference between the two, but if we compare it to all motor vehicle deaths, in 2012 it was 33,782, and in 2013 it was 32,894. Now, this isn't also attributed to the total amount of injuries or vehicle crashes. This is just deaths. If we look at the injuries, we see 421,000 and 424,000 between the 2 years, and the distracted ones are 2,362,000 for 2012 and 2,313,000 for 2013. There are very many risks that are prevalent while texting and driving. Texting while driving is a very dangerous act that anybody is capable of, but everyone should know the seriousness of the risk it provides. Take the necessary precautions in driving safely between destinations, and you should be okay. And lastly, here is a message that everyone should see. These are all signs